are here for my weekly video. So as I told you all last week, I am starting like a book series on this channel. My pick for the month of January is White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. And so it's called White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism. So I think this was my first book of 2021. I feel like it's a really great piece of writing, and I really enjoy the fact that it is coming from someone who is also a white American. I feel like a lot of books that are written on race are written by people of color, and so they don't get the acknowledgement and they don't get read because, as you all know, if you know anything about racial justice, sometimes it is messages get ignored because of the messenger, and it can be mistaken, or people can think of the messenger as being hateful or trying to just complain about their condition. So I really love the fact, that's my number one, that this book was written by a white American woman. And I also love the fact that she also is a woman. She addresses, I remember when I first started reading this book, maybe like a couple of chapters in, I was like, I am not going to be fulfilled if she doesn't talk about white tears. She gets to white tears. It takes her a little while, but she gets to it, and she absolutely nailed it. This is chapter 11. And I don't know if you all can see that. It says white women's tears. And I put, oh my dear God, under it, because DiAngelo nailed it. Like I said, I was highlighting and highlighting and highlighting throughout this book, just passages that spoke to me. We're going to go to page 133. In it, she was talking about the Emmett Till case. And so a passage that I highlighted was in reference to white women's tears. She had an African-American colleague say, when a white woman cries, a black man gets hurt. Not knowing or being sensitive to this history is another example of white centrality, individualism, and lack of racial humility. Excellent point, and another reason why white women's tears are exhausting. That was a passage that really resonated with me. This is a passage on page 129. It says, I repeat, stopping our racist patterns must be more important than working to convince others that we don't have them. Message. If you all have ever seen Menace to Society, when the Wayans brothers, they made like that parody of it, and every now and then they would go, message. That's a message. We do have them, and people of color already know we have them. Our efforts to prove otherwise are not convincing. They aren't. An honest accounting of these patterns is no small task, given the power of white fragility and white solidarity, but it is necessary. Like I said, she nails it throughout the book. So this is a chapter on aversive racism, or a little section actually. And I put a little arrow that said, you are here, because I know many aversive racist. So a highlighted passage, aversive racism is a subtle but insidious form, as aversive racists enact racism in ways that allow them to maintain a positive self-image. Example given, I have lots of friends of color. I judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Whites enact racism while maintaining a positive self-image in many ways. One is rationalizing racial segregation as unfortunate but necessary to access good schools. Rationalizing that our workplaces are virtually all white because people of color just don't apply. We know that's some bullshit. Avoiding direct racial language and using racially coded terms such as urban, underprivileged, diverse, sketchy, and good neighborhoods. Denying that we have few cross-racial relationships by proclaiming how diverse our community or workplace is, and attributing inequality between whites and people of color to causes other than racism. I cannot recommend this book enough. I was actually telling my mother about this book the other day, and I was saying to her, if I had to choose one book that I feel like all American white people should read, it is this. If you are white and read or watching this video, please, 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 please get it on Amazon, get it on Audible, go to Barnes and Noble, get this book and read it, do your homework, and just learn to become an ally and a better person. That is my January book of the month. Stay tuned for February's book of the month. I am reading still. Right now I'm reading Time on Two Crosses, the collected writings of Bayard Rustin, I think. I hope I pronounced his name right. So that's pretty good. Have lots of other books that I'm really excited about getting into. So we'll see what I choose for February's pick of the month. Other than that, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell me what books you are getting into for the new year. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching.